Ladies and gentlemen, please, will you bring your attention to me? Okay, let's get the obvious out of the way. Sorry for the multiple alerts. My stream program was being very weird. That as soon as I would go live, like, my screen would not show and chat wouldn't show, so I had to try and experiment with a few things to try and make sure that worked so I could see. I mean, from what I could tell, at least the stream was coming through Twitch, so you guys could see it, but I couldn't see chat. So, alright, so as promised, we are back with the ARR final job hunt. We are covering the level 1 through level 50 job quests for Paladin. And then we can say goodbye to Ul'dah for a little while. So, I want to get this done as quickly as I can, so we're just going to go ahead and switch. I've already got New Game Plus booted up, and I'm at where we go, so let's get into this, shall we? Welcome to the Gladiators Guild, adventurer. Here, our members train tirelessly with sword and shield so that their names might one day be writ in legend. Was that a flash of interest in your eyes? If you wish to study swordplay, know that admission to the guild is free of charge. Yes, I want to join. I had marked you as a man of action. I'm pleased to see that I was not wrong. Now, while you may be familiar with the deadly dance of battle, you are new to us and must begin at the beginning. In the beginning, there was the cube. Thank you, Drod, for that. If you would take your place in these hallowed halls, you must be willing and ready to undergo the most rigorous training. You must endure cuts and bruises beyond counting, and like as not, far worse. A daunting prospect, I concede, but there's no other way if you mean to take the blood sands one day. And why wouldn't you? The Colosseum is only the most celebrated place of public entertainment in all of Ul'dah. Where else could a poor man amass a fortune so vast as to one day allow him to claim a seat on the syndicate? Ah, there's not an Ul'dah alive who isn't inspired by the rise of the self-made man. And there is no truer embodiment of that dream than the gladiator who wins riches and fame with his sword. Throughout its long and storied history, this guild has nurtured countless champions. Our training methods are second to none, and our members ever strive to develop new techniques. If you desire true glory, to fight and triumph amidst the roar of 10,000 voices, this is where you belong in nature. Think of it. Think of your legacy, and if your soul stirs, join us. Consider me stirred, not shaken. What will it be? Will you rise above the masses and inscribe your name in legend, or will you resign yourself to mediocrity and die in obscurity? You know, when you put it like that, a decision you shan't regret. One moment. Make way for Strife Eclipse. Fresh meat coming through. Now then, before your enrollment can be considered complete, you must present yourself to First Sword Ul'dah. Seek her out and obtain her approval. Ah, I heard Lulutsu. So you're Strife Eclipse. 'Tis a good, strong name. On behalf of the Gladiators Guild, allow me to welcome you. I am Mila, or Mila, whatever your name is. Guildmaster here. So you wish to study our arts. I presume you have your reasons for choosing the sword over all other weapons. Perhaps you think it easiest to learn. The sword is a simple weapon, but to wield a blade well is anything but simple. For every Colosseum champion to emerge from our ranks, there have been countless disappointments who fail to achieve greatness. Bear that in mind before you answer me, Strife, for I do not ask this question lightly. Have you the strength to live by the sword, and if it be your fate, die by it? Yes. Then welcome, Gladiator, to your new home. Take this sword. There are many like it, but this one is yours now. Consider it a gift if you like. Now wear it on your hip as I do and show me you are ready to begin your training. Alright, let's remove the Paladin Soul Crystal. Wait. Amazing what a difference a sword can make. Your expression, your posture, you're already brimming with confidence. Let's see if that confidence is warranted, shall we? Just outside the gates of Ul'dah, you'll find plenty of marmots, hornets, and shrews. Slay 3 of each and return here when finished. Oh, and use your sword, Strife. I'm a gladiator, and I aim to train you as one. Now go. Yes, ma'am. I will say that of the 3, thank you. Thank you, Vendontix. Of the ARR jobs, I really did enjoy the Gladiator teacher. Like, I really liked her. Maybe that is semi-partial bias because of me not liking Lalas, but go away. But I don't know. Just I don't know. I really like her character. Alright, so yeah, tonight we're gonna cover Paladin, that's all we're gonna cover. Tomorrow we're gonna start with in Gridania. We're gonna cover the Archer Bard. Saturday we will attempt to do Gladiator, or no, Lancer Dragoon. And then Sunday maybe Conjurer White Mage. And then hopefully Monday I will attempt to knock out all of the Lancer section in one go, so Tuesday I will do Manderville. Welcome back, Strife. I take it you've dispatched the beast, and with ease. With every swing and thrust you gain valuable experience. You must remember and reflect on each one if you are to recognize and eliminate the deficiencies in your technique. Your training under me shall continue once the haft sits so snugly in your hand that you cannot imagine holding out else. Until then, Strife. So we're gonna do that, and then probably the following week if Zell's feeling up for it, Zell and I will resume visitation, but we will begin Heaven's Ward in visitation. Strife, I take it you and your sword have become better acquainted? Then I will now instruct you on another fundamental aspect of what it means to be a gladiator, commanding an opponent's attention. As gladiators, we are trained to engage enemies at close range, whether in their attacks as we deliver our own. However, there are times when we must do battle alongside allies whose talents are not the same as our own. In such situation, your role is not to slay the enemy in front of you, but rather to defend the man beside you. We do this by eliciting the enmity of our opponents through attacks and techniques designed to incite their hatred. You must learn to draw the enemy's attention to yourself and to trust in your stout constitution to endure. In so doing, you protect your weaker comrades who would otherwise perish. To help you better understand this, there is a task that would have you perform. It just so happens that Memodi of the Quicksand has requested our assistance. A gang of lamented marauders has paraded into town and begun harassing people outside her establishment. Men like these prey on the weak, but will turn tail and flee at the first sign of defiance. You need not resort to violence. It will suffice to show them that you are not afraid of them and will not tolerate their behavior. Seek out the lamentants and make your presence known by bellowing, "Face me, marauder!" In this way you will protect the people of Ul'dah as you would your allies in battle. Okay. So, to the Adventurers Guild, yay! Menacing Marauder. I gotta go find me. What? You blaming me cause this little shite shat his own pants? Well, bugger him and bugger you too. Yep, because that's so terrifying. You know, your friend here is a 12 damned cheat. Thinks he can charge us more because we're foreigners. But he'll get his own back. Mark me words. Oi, come on now. It was just disrespecting me, Seawolf's heritage. Fine, I'll leave the bastard be, but we ain't finished. Of course you are not. How's your problem? Maybe she likes her men rough. What are you supposed to be, her blood manservant? Ah, it don't matter. You gone and spoiled the mood. Excuse me, Marauder, sir. I mean to intimidate you. Behold, the terror! Just do that as you think you're speaking to, maggot. I'm Farmerall, the Driven, and me and my bloody marauders have been raving so long, Mother scared the children with tales about us. Don't believe me words? Then let me Axe do the talking. Oh, this is lively, even for the quicksand. You two are going to put on a show for us. What's this? Another goddamn fool? Show some respect when you talk to Farmerall the Driven, leader of a troop of bloody murmurs or some such. I heard you the first time. Your voice carries quite well. And unless you want me to split your skull with me axe, you better... That sword, it couldn't be frenzy, but only the sword of Knob would... Bloody hells, it's you. You know, I've never been one to stand back and watch. Mind if I join the fun? Begging your pardon, sir. Why do they always do that? Looks like it's just you and me. Standing up to Leminson was quite brave of you, and quite foolish. I think I like you, Gladiator. Name's Ul'dah, and I'd buy you a drink, but I'm afraid I just spent the last of my coin. I used to be a young gladiator like you. Back then, but that hardly concerns you. These days, I'm just an explorer of the unexplored, a seeker of as yet known and unknown experiences. Like that beautiful stranger keeping my bed warm right now. Gods, I've missed this city. This wonderful desert jewel of debauchery and sin. Now, if you'll excuse me. But I feel like you just described Las Vegas. I swear, if I hadn't seen all this with my own eyes, I wouldn't have believed it was him. Everyone here thought he died years ago. Listen, Strife, do me a favor and don't tell Mila about meeting Ul'dah, alright? She doesn't need this sort of drama. Why? Well, let's just say some folk ain't good for one another. See, now you're just piquing my interest even more. I've already heard of your exploits at the Quicksand, Strife. You did well to send those marauders packing. Wish I could say we've heard the last of them. Alas, we've received reports of axe-wielding raiders assaulting merchants traveling through Scorpion Crossing. Seems words will not suffice after all. I want you to finish what you've begun, Strife. Head to Western Thanalan and see that Farmerall the Driven and all those who shared in his crimes never trouble the people of Ul'dah again. So I gotta go smack a row. 1-800-SMACK-A-ROW. Thank you for calling 1-800-SMACK-A-ROW.com. I'll be your service provider today. The name's Strife the Crabs. How may I beat you down today? They tore me from my saddle and took everything I own. Bring my goods back to me, I beg of you. Need a caravan sack. Bye. Bye. They tore me down. Here's your stuff. 12, bless you, adventurer. If it weren't for good men like you, I'd never leave home. It's Fluffernutters. I don't know why I felt the need to point that out, but just the name kind of makes me giggle, so. Nope, not that one. I was right the first time. It's just to the right of Fluffernutters. Good. It's finished, and with that, this stage of your training is complete. This time your enemies were ill-behaved ruffians, but who knows what manner of opponents you will face in the future. Regardless, I have faith that you will do well. Master your sword, and you shall master yourself. Now then, there will be work for you in the days to come. Return to your training, Strife. We will speak again soon. You look well, Strife. I hope you're ready for your next task, because I require your immediate assistance. There have been several violent murders recently, the victims of which were all Hurrian men. Based on the multiple spear wounds found upon the bodies of the deceased, we believe that Lancers are responsible for the crimes. Not only are these murderers a blight upon our city, I fear it is only a matter of time before one of our own is targeted. I have just received reports of foreign Lancers skulking about in Stone's Throw. Considering the circumstances, I find it likely that these are our culprits. We cannot abide any more murders. Go to Stone's Throw outside the Gate of Nod and speak with any you find in the area. With luck, we may find these Lancers before they strike again. You sense the presence of a powerful mark. I know this has nothing to do with what I'm doing, but I am curious. I'm curious where the powerful mark is. Yeah. They already killed it. I was curious what it was. I mean, the game took the time and effort to point out to me that it was here. I was kind of curious what it was. Alright, back to what we were doing. Don't kill me, please. I'm not the one you want. Thank you, thank you. They appeared out of nowhere, asked me if I was Ul'dah at Spear Point. I said no, but they attacked me anyway. What did I do to deserve this? Ul'dah, you say? The Gladiator's field. Milo. Milo. So they were indeed the murderers we sought. But what brought Duskright freelancers all the way from the Black Shroud? And why are they murdering Hurrian men with swords? First sword! What is it? Lancers, first sword, a gang of them, hiding in the tunnels south of Blackbird Station. Seems we're not rid of them yet. Strife, you might as well finish what you started. Go to Central Thonal and dispatch the last of these freelancers. Bruce, accompany Strife, see that he doesn't die. Well, I can't keep the bloke from getting skewered, but I'll patch him up the best I can. Strife, defend Bruce. He knows powerful healing magics, but he cannot employ them unless you keep all your enemies occupied. Make sure you command their full attention at all times. I am counting on you to keep those bastards away from me. Watch me back, and I'll watch yours. Got it. You have your orders, gladiators. Send these freelancers to the 7th gate. Oh, I love it when she's feisty. Where's Rain when you need him? Drowsy participant PR. Goodbye. Account creator an hour ago. Bye-bye. Bruce the Big. Kinky. Alright, let's see what we got for the first instance. Duty complete. Simple enough for a first instance. Looks like we're done here. Let's head home, Strife. I could use a drink. Yeah, I suppose a drink wouldn't hurt. Just don't put any outlets near me. It'll send me through a phase. Congratulations on a job well done, Strife. Bruce says you acquitted yourself well. Must say, you've shown tremendous growth since you joined us. I wanted to ask you, Bruce believes the freelancers were out for a bounty. What is your opinion on this, Strife? Their motives died with them. I see. Mayhap it is best that we put this sordid affair behind us. Still, I cannot help but wonder. Don't worry about it. Don't trouble your pretty little head. Hey, Strife, you come out at a good time. I have another task I wish to assign you. The Immortal Flames and the Brass Blades have both requested the Guild's assistance in maintaining security at Camp Drybo, a vital outpost along the Royal Allegan Sunway. The Ul'dah have been raiding caravans with reckless abandon, creating a significant disruption in trade. Ul'dah has a long troubled history with the Ul'dah, so raids are not unheard of. However, this recent escalation must be addressed. Go to Camp Drybone and search for these raiders, Strife. I've already dispatched other gladiators to patrol the region, so I suggest you speak with one for more information. To Eastern Paladin. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Get down, they're still here. Huh? Who? What? Where? Oh, hi. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Don't worry, brother. I'll be fine. But maybe not when the first sword is done with me, eh? Go and tell her that the Ul'dah are dead. Leave the merchant to me. Back to Ul'dah. I love the back and forth. I knew I was right to send you, Strife. You've done us proud. 7 hells, this place reeks of sweat. How do you expect a man to concentrate on a swordplay like this? Aldous! You remember me. How goes it, brother? Still waving your sword around like a feather duster? You... Good to see you too, Mila, my dear. You're more beautiful than I remember. You're alive? Where have you been all these years? Answer me! Me? Well, if you must know, I'm on a spiritual journey of self-discovery. Damn it, Aldous, this is serious. We all thought that you were dead. And for you now to just walk in here as though nothing ever happened? Have you forgotten how you dishonored us? I should cut you down where you stand. That's the Mila I remember. All fire and brimstone. I knew that pretty face could still contort itself into some terrifying shapes. Don't pout, girl. I'm just having fun. But as you wish. I'll go. Strife, was it? Why don't you join me at the quicksand? I could use some company, and I doubt anyone else here would be so kind. Okay. Another instance, yay!
You came? Sorry you had to witness that little reunion between me and Mila. The sword of Nom back from the dead. You'd think I'd be greeted by throngs of adoring fans, not threats of violence. Listen, Strife, you're good with a sword, that's plain to see. But more than that, you've got purpose. There's a fire burning within you. As a former man of conviction, I can recognize the kindred spirit. Geralt named her Frenzy. She's one of a magnificent pair of swords that the drunken prodigy forged for Colosseum champions. The man who wielded her twin had eyes that burned like yours. Strife, The hells? Ul'dah, sword of Nom, we've come for your head. If you do that, then how the hells am I supposed to enjoy my ale? Arrogant fool, prepare to meet your maker. Well, ain't you a bunch of impatient, humorless fellas? Up for a bit of fun, Strife? I'll lead, you follow. Hi, Centric. How are you, sir? I assume work probably kicked your butt a little bit. Doing okay-ish, been working, kind of a bit sick, but otherwise good. You really better. Yeah, Rain just recovered from things. He ended up coming down with like bronchitis and bronchitis. But it looks like he's duty complete. Didn't think he'd go so far as to send a gang of sellswords into the quicksand in broad daylight. Why is it never a bevy of beauties? Let's continue this another time, shall we? I need to find a new place to drink, one with more attractive company than this sorry lot. Mila, MYLLA. My apologies, Strife. I meant to teach you a new technique earlier, but when that idiot arrived, I completely forgot. He's just so infuriating. The shield lob technique will allow you to attack from afar without the need for ranged weaponry. Since we gladiators are primarily close-range fighters, the ability to draw the attention of distant enemies is a valuable asset. May it serve you well in the field, Strife. Strife, I'm glad you're here. One of our members has been attacked and gravely wounded. I need you to go and help him. I suspect this is the work of more bounty hunters. It may even be a trap to lure more of us into the open. Nevertheless, we cannot ignore our comrade's plight. When last he contacted us by link pearl, he said he tried to seek shelter at the Coffer and Coffin. Take this potion and search for him there.
Good to hear from you, though. Sorry that you're sick, Father Satan. Help me. I can't feel my... Thank you, brother. It all happened so fast over by the tracks to the north. I don't know who attacked me nor why they left me alive, but I dare say the answer is out there. Surely someone saw something. Anybody see anything?
The fellow outside? I saw him stumble in when I left the bar to take a piss. I was alone, as I recall. You say he's wounded. Thought he was just drunk. The lads and I are in charge of protecting the interests of Amagino and Son's mineral concern, and that means dealing with any threats to shipments that pass through these parts. Suspicious characters. Well, now that you mention it, I did see a strange fellow wearing a garish purple robe. At first, I thought he was talking to himself, but then I realized he had a link pearl. I heard him say something about the wrong man and the Silver Bazaar. Does that help?
Speak with the injured gladiator. Do I have to? I'm not much of a people person.
Purple robe. That sounds familiar. It was him, I'd swear it. Did you find anything else? Picked this up by the tracks, eh? Might well have belonged to the bastard. Can't say I've seen its like before. Might be his Wyman could tell you more. You know him, don't you? He's the bespectacled bloke who's always lounging around Emerald Avenue in the city. Of course, being the businessman that he is, he'll probably ask to be compensated in exchange. Show the ring to Wyman. He's sure to know something about it.
Do I have to?
Nash Lebowski.
Le Wymond, Le Wymond. Oh Wymond, oh Wymond. Please tell me something. Oh Wymond, oh Wymond.
You know, if this was beyond the boundary, he would have been referred to as a bespectacled beauty. Oh no, if it ain't Strife, everybody's favorite venturer. I heard you threw your lot in with the gladiators. Questionable decision given the events of recent days, but to each his own. To what do I owe the pleasure? Well, put that away before someone sees it. Where in the seven hells you get one of those rings? What? Don't you recognize the sigil? Goddamn fool. Before you go stumbling around in the brush, you ought to know at least what kind of venomous bastards will be lurking within. Been a long time since Ul'dah's seen a criminal organization rise from obscurity to notoriety as quickly as the Alacran. Word is, they've got connections to the Brass Blades, the Syndicate, and gods know who else. But you didn't hear that from me. I want no part of whatever mess you and your mates have gotten yourselves into. Understood? You make it sound like it's a problem, sir. Ba-da-bum, bum. Oh, Strife, I was wondering when you might return. What news do you bring of our injured comrade? The Alacran. I find that hard to believe, but no matter. One of our comrades returned from Stone's Throw moments ago. A gang of bandits is said to be headed for the Silver Bazaar. They're after a man with an enormous bounty on his head. The people living there are in grave danger. In their frenzy to find their quarry, the bandits won't scruple to destroy property and harm civilians, and the few brass blades stationed there will be powerless to stop them. We must stop them, Strife. We'll protect the Silver Bazaar and avenge our injured guildmate, all in one fell swoop. A bit melodramatic, if you ask me. Aldous, I told you never to come here again. I couldn't sit idly by while you charged into battle against an enemy you know nothing about. And a responsible guildmaster would never risk the lives over charges like this. Who are you to lecture me about responsibility? Milo, listen to me. This is the Alacran you're dealing with. So, whatever notoriety they may have achieved means nothing to me. We'll cut them down like the common bandits they are. It's not that simple. More importantly, it's not your fight. What are you saying? They want me, Mila. I've been fending off assassination attempts ever since I returned to Thonolin. Just stay here and let me handle this. It'll be over soon, I promise. Just stay here while you go off on your own, is that it? It's been 7 years since I let you leave all this. 7 years. Do you have any idea at all what you put me through? Mila, I don't want to hear it, you selfish bastard. Do you even care about the people who suffered because of you? Just get out. We don't need your help. We'll settle this ourselves. Mila, wait, there's something you need to know. Enough! Get out! Get out! Alright. Save some of that for the Alacran. But do try not to let Strife here come to harm while you're at it. She's feisty. Another instance. There you are, Strife. Everyone's already in position. Are you prepared? As prepared as I can be at this point. Bye. Rejoice, gladiators, for the day is ours. Hmm? What? But why would you be... Leave him to us, First Sword. No, stop! Such brittle blades, so easily broken. Perhaps the First Sword is made of stronger steel? Leave her, Zana. Our business here is over. What have you done, Leovold? First Sword, we must withdraw. The wounded need tending. Let us take them back to the guild. Ah, the questions stir. Hey, guess what? We're going back to Ul'dah. Give me a moment, Strife. I need to think. I wanted to spare you this, Mila. I begged you not to go. You knew all this? That Leovold had? Leovold and I once fought side by side in the Colosseum. The twin swords of Ul'dah, they called us. Never lost a match. Honored by the bull of Alamigo himself. But that was then, and this is now. When I learned Leovold single-handedly transformed the Alacran from a gang of common thieves into the most feared criminal organization in Thanalan, I knew I had to return. Seems like a lifetime ago that the three of us used to train together in this hall. The Leovold I knew would never stoop so low. He was a good man, strong and true. What would drive him to do this? When I find him, I'll be sure to ask. Unfortunately, he seems determined to kill me for my curiosity. What aren't you telling me all this? I'm not clever enough to keep secrets, my dear. I'm a simple man, only capable of dealing with what's right in front of me. Is that so? I'll find him, Merlia. I promise. Oh, Strife, I must apologize for my earlier behavior. As First Sword, my duty is not only to foster your growth as a gladiator, but to also protect you from dangers you are not ready to face. I did not know that Leovold had become the leader of the Alacran. Had he chosen to bear his steel at us, many and more of us would not have returned alive. I need to know why he's turned to a life of crime, and so I've ordered my best men to scour Thanlin for any trace of his whereabouts. Unfortunately, one of them has disappeared. I have strong suspicions that he has been taken prisoner by the Alacran, or worse. If there is any hope of saving him, we must act quickly. I would have you search for our missing comrade. His last report stated that he was tracking the Alacran near the Hammers in western Thomlin. If you go there, you may yet find some clues to his fate. I've been far too reckless in recent days and let too many good gladiators come to harm. Please, Strife, find our missing comrade and bring him home safe.
What about me coming back safe? Where's the concern for me? I'm just a fledgling gladiator. It's a trap, brother. Where's the trap? I'm looking for it. Some fine swordsmanship, Strife. My first sword certainly knows how to pick them. Even after all these years, I can't quite bring myself to call her that. See, I still remember when her father first brought her into the guild. A wee lass who cried at the sight of naked steel. But to look at her now, you'd swear she was born with a blade in hand. Not like she had much of a choice but to rise to the occasion, though. What with all that trouble Ul'dah got into 7 years ago. Selfish bastard. He should have never... But enough of my rambling. I'll make my way back to Ul'dah for a short rest. You go on ahead and tell Milo that I'm fine. Okay? I will convey your message. Since you're treating me like a voicemail. Leave a message after the beep. Hey, I'm fine. Strife, thank the gods you're alright. I heard all about the ambush at Hammers. Excellent work. You've been invaluable to the guild, and I cannot thank you enough. In fact, I believe you deserve a much-needed rest. Take some time for yourself and return when you've recuperated. But before you go, speak with Lulutsu. I believe she has a message for you. Ah, Strife, the very gladiator I was seeking. Lean closer, for I would not have the others hear my words. Ul'dah sends his regards and requests you meet him at the Lich Yard in Eastern Donovan. Naturally, I've not divulged this information to the First Sword. As you may have gathered from their previous interactions, she's still rather upset with him and would likely forbid any further association. Quite understandable, since he was clearly being groomed to become the next guildmaster before that horrible scandal. They would have made such a lovely couple. Forgive me, this is hardly an appropriate topic of conversation. Anyway, you have my word that the First Sword will not hear any rendezvous from me. Guess what, guys? We're going back to Eastern Donovan. I think the closest we got to doing anything in Northern Paladin was going to obtain a piece of gear, I think, for Monk. Or maybe it was Black Mage, I don't know. And where have you been? Busy drowning in some sweet young thing's eyes? Well, if that's the case, I understand completely. It's been 7 years since Milo's father was laid to rest here. He was mean and stubborn, an old owl goat through and through. But gods, when he danced with sword in hand, it was pure poetry in motion. Milo's right. There's no way I could know what it was like for her back then.
forced to replace her father under such terrible circumstances. And who might you be? Another of Leovold's lackeys? Master Leovold has been most distressed since learning of your return. This is unacceptable. Your master does not deserve your loyalty, kitten. When you've outlived your usefulness, he'll dispose of you like so many others. Believe me, I speak from personal experience. Say what you will, I will not be swayed. She looks awfully determined to kill me. Still, I'm not really in the mood to play. Mind stopping her, Strife? Sure. No pressure, but I'll be evaluating your performance. Yeah, no pressure. This thing's now. You're right. You've gotten stronger. Good, I'm glad Mila has a man like you to rely upon. She's her father's daughter, a leader of men, a true warrior, and an obstinate woman who lets her feelings cloud her judgment. Which is why she needs to be surrounded by dependable people who will give her good counsel and keep her temper in check. Now more than ever. Stick by her. She needs you more than she knows. I'll do what I can. Thank you. I know this business with Leovold and the Alacran has everyone on edge, but it's almost over now. You have my word. I owe it to her old man to put an end to this, to give him peace in Thal's realm by making that bastard Leovold finally answer for his crimes. Remember what I said, Strife. Now go. She's probably wondering where you are. Back to Ul'dah I must go. Oh Mila, oh Mila. Guess what? Why are you staring at me like that, Strife? Is something the matter? You're behaving rather oddly. Well, I'm afraid I have no news regarding the Alacran's movements. I remain confident that we will find them soon, so keep your blade straight. Damn it all to the seventh hell, this is madness! It's Aldous. He's been arrested by the Brass Blades. They claim he was plotting to assassinate the Sultana. This is utter nonsense. He has no motive to do so, and whatever I've said about the man, he would never resort to use of poison. The Alacran must be behind this. They have failed to kill him time and time again, and now they're reaching out to their monotheist allies. I didn't want to believe Wyman when he said they had such influence, but... Wait, that's it. If anyone can help us unravel this plot, it's Wyman. He has a reputation for knowing things he shouldn't, after all. Find Wyman, see what he can tell us. Aldous is many things, but he is not a murderer. Oh, Wyman. Oh, Wyman. I was wondering when you might come along, Strife. Frankly, I'm surprised all this went so quietly. You ought to know there's no walk away from this. You really don't know, do you? Best I started at the beginning, then. Aldous is something of an enigma. He and Leovold were two of the greatest gladiators ever to grace the bloodsands. but he threw all that hard-fought glory away for a few gil more. See, the average Ul'dah loves a good Colosseum fight, and what better way to make a gladiatorial spectacle more entertaining than wagering on the outcome. So when it got out that Aldous was orchestrating a match-fixing scheme of untold proportions, you can imagine the shock and anger the people felt. He was expelled from the Colosseum, and his wins were stricken from the record. Your guildmaster Mila got the worst of it, though. Not only was her friend exposed as a fraud, but around the time her father fell ill and passed away. There were some oddities surrounding his death, too. It was rumored he took his own life out of shame for his disgraced people, or that he might have even been murdered by the men. Baitless conjecture, really, but it made Aldous look that much worse. In the end, Mila lost two of the most important men in her life and was forced to take charge of the guild alone. And Leovold, he tried to go out solo in the Blood Sands, but it wasn't the same. Without Aldous, his career was finished. Now, you know the nature of the man you so desperately want to save. Though, judging from that look in your eyes, I gather you still have your reservations. Fine then. No, you can't blame me for doubting a man found in possession of Ralger's bile. It's a vile poison, rare and expensive too. Only the Corpse Brigade knows how to make it, I hear. God's only known why they'd give it to Aldous. If you go to the headquarters at the Sepulchre in southern Thanalan and ask them direct, I reckon. I have an aversion to direct confrontation personally, but you don't, do you? By the by, should you save the poor bastard's life, tell him we're even, and that I hope it was all worth it. To southern Thanalan. Excuse me guys, I just want to pick this up. You really didn't want to do that, my friend. Or, well, you're not quite my friend. Excuse me guys, coming through, don't mind me. Oh Mila, look what I found. Oh Mila, oh Mila. Where have you been, Strife? Aldous has been given over into the custody of the Sacrarian. They mean to execute him. We must do something. This poison, is it... You've proved that the Alacran purchased it from the Corpse Brigade? I think the gods who've done it. Quickly, we must show this to the official presiding over his execution at Highbridge. Go, now! Yay! Back to Eastern Thanalan, Thanalan, Thanalan. Damn it, Tiana. I don't think Zell's here to Kato me. Sacrarium have sentenced you to death for your crimes against the Sultanate. Have you any last... Huh? Who are you? What do you want? These are bold accusations you make, adventurer. However, the Sacrarium has found the prisoner guilty in the eyes of gods and men, and he will be executed forthwith. Don't waste your breath, Strife. Thou scales have always yielded to the wealth above all else, and Leovold spent a fortune to secure my sentence. Silence, criminal, and you. What are you waiting for? Do it! Where did that... all this? Just couldn't stay away, could you? Well, at least I don't have to steal the headman's axe. As they sit there and just watch. If the gods are to have blood this day, I'm afraid it won't be mine. Since you two are so devout, perhaps you'd be willing to offer yourselves in exchange. Mercy! Interfering with the law is a heinous crime. In fact, I believe it is punishable by death. I had a feeling the spectacle would draw you here. I should have dealt with you myself from the start. Come, let's dance, brother. So it's to be a rematch. Very well, I accept. Milo and the others need you, Strife. Leave him to me. You don't want this, you don't want this. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Alright, let's have some fun. Good night. Aldous! Aldous! You almost had me, Leopold. Stay back. I won't have your pity. You just had to have it all, didn't you? Just one victory, just one bloody match. But your precious ego couldn't accept that. You ruined everything. Tell me all this. How does it feel to lose your name, your legacy, everything you've ever loved? I want to know how much you suffered. Let it go, Leopold. It's over. Like hell's it is. I swear you will never know peace. Not in this life or the next. Leopold, no! You know damn well neither of us will see Thal's realm. Let's go. Our comrades are waiting. Boom, 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 boom. Back to the Gladiators Guild. I'm glad you were there, Strife. Without you, I doubt we could have defeated the Alacran. Have you ever considered the Colosseum? You'd make a wonderful attraction. Of course, you'd need a title that befits your prowess. Now that it's all over, you'll be staying, won't you? No, Leopold may be dead, but the Alacran are far from finished. I'd rather not linger and give them a chance to regroup and seek revenge. It is a true tragedy that I cannot enjoy the company of Ul'dah's lovely ladies any longer. But I have faith that equally radiant beauties await me in distant lands. Aldous, Not another word, my dear. It's bad enough that the First Sword has permitted a disgraced gladiator to fraternize with her subordinates. Can you imagine the scandal if she became personally involved with the man? Nevertheless, I understand how you feel, Myla. I am known to have this effect on the fairer sex. I should have let the headsman have his way with you. That way you might learn something of humility. But how am I supposed to remember the lesson without a head? Your father would be proud of you, Myla. Don't ever change. Oh yes, there's one more thing I wanted to say to you before I go, Strife. 7 years ago, before my last match in the Blood Sands, I was given an offer. The Sultan's ransom in exchange for a loss. Leopold begged and pleaded, but I just couldn't do it. Call it honor or pride or whatever you like. I made my choice, and in spite of all that came of it, to this day I have no regrets. It's a simple thing to know what's right. Listen to that heart of yours, and it will never lead you astray. Trust in your comrades, have faith in your skills, and you will triumph over any adversity. And with that, I bid you all farewell. I'd better not have to wait 7 years to see that bastard again. There's still so much I want to... What the seven hells are you all looking at? This is a training hall. Why aren't you all training right now? You think all it takes to stand on the blood sands is a sword and a stupid grin? No, it takes years of hard work, an ocean of blood and sweat, and an unbreakable will. Every man and woman here has the potential to become a champion, but it is you and you alone who decides your destiny. So answer me now, gladiators. Will you follow in the footsteps of your brother and sisters and inscribe your names in legend? Aye! And that completes the gladiator route. So now we can bump up New Game Plus for the second half of it for the Paladin. But before that, we will take a quick break here so I can get a drink. And maybe warm up some food, so quick BRB. Alright, we're back. Cynthia, are you still here? I have a question for you.
Oh, there you are, Strife. Perfect timing. I just heard a juicy bit of gossip that I know you're going to be interested in.
Apparently, and remember, you heard this first from me, the Sultan Sworn Elite are sharing the secret skills and training of Paladins. Incredible, I know. The Sultan Sworn have an exclusive monopoly on the instruction of Paladin skills. Once upon a time, if you weren't one of those officer-track elites, then you had no choice in learning the arts, or no chance. And competition get to the top was very fierce indeed, let me tell you. But anyone who joined had to swear an oath of fealty to the Ul'dah Sultan, which meant no more adventuring, no more daring do, and no more Colosseum. Just languishing about in the palace all day, polishing plate mail. And that's why this news is so big. Now anyone with a bit of commitment can learn the skills of a paladin. And no memorizing the 55 commandments of the or any other nonsense either. This is a golden, no, a platinum opportunity that comes but once in a lucky adventurer's lifetime. Let this slip through your fingers and regret will be your just desserts. You need to go to the Royal Promenade in the Hustings Strip. Find the captain of the Sultan's Sword Elite, Genlins is his name, and tell him how you're just dying to become a paladin.
Cedric!
Yes, I am Genlins, member of the Sultan's Sworn Elite and servant to the Ul'dah Sultanate. Unless my instincts deceive me, you have come to inquire about training as a paladin. If so, I would have your name, good sir. Strife, a fine name. I bid you welcome and salute your noble resolve, but if you aspire to paladinhood, you should understand what it means. A paladin swears allegiance to the Sultanate. A paladin shall be the sword and shield of the Sultanate. A paladin defends the people of the realm. Sellswords and gladiators and others of their ilk wield their blades for themselves, but a paladin serves the greater good. Do you understand me? The battle arts that the paladin learns have been held secret, nurtured and perfected within the ranks of the Sultan's Sworn Elite for nigh on these 600 years. Of all these sworn to protect the Sultanate, the soldiers, the mounted guards, and the knights, we are the elite of the elite. Our conviction unwavering, our hearts true, our sword skills without peer. But the glory of the Sultan Sworn, well, much of it is buried in the past now. Our brotherhood grows smaller by the year. We are a shadow of what we once were, and the Sultana turns to sellswords to defend her palace. All this because of one traitor. No, because of a blot of dishonor left by one who shall not be named, and because of him we have been forced to seek the help of able-bodied adventurers. And here you are. We shall instruct you in the paladin military arts. You will not be inducted into the Sultan Sworn, but serve as a free paladin. However, first you will show us that both your sword and heart have metal, and you are worthy of the honor. In the ruins to the south of Little Alamigo you will find an iron brazier. Light it, and the undead nearby will be drawn to the flame. Slay these monsters and give their hearts to the fire. Return and present to me their ashes as proof of your deed. Now, would-be paladin, show me the metal in your heart and steel in your blade. The southern tunnel, in we go! If you are in this place searching for the undead, then you must be a petitioner seeking the secrets of the Paladin arts. But make no mistake, simply learning Paladin swordplay does not make you a Paladin, nor does the armor you wear or the status you claim. I am just another aging free Paladin, but you would do well to heed my counsel. Strike off the shackles that bind your spirit, lift the visor that blinds, and find the true path of the Paladin. Here, you will be returning to the captain, yes? Then give him this crystal. And the way you use that sword reminds me of a man I used to know. Mine eyes may be old, but they can see the truth well enough. Be a paladin strong and true. Devote yourself to the way and become a beacon of light. Did he just Dante me? With that, wave off?
Face the undead monsters who infest the ruins south of Little Amigo in southern Paladin.
Defeat them and return with proof of your deed. Yes, that's what I needed. Proof that you have defeated the undead. You have shown that your heart is true and your sword has metal. I have no doubt that you will prove to be an attentive pupil. That as well, for there is much to learn. First and foremost is this: you are a paladin now, a custodian of traditions ancient and noble. A free paladin has no master. Instead, he travels all lands and in every place takes up the cause of the unarmed and defenseless. You swear fealty not to a lord, but to yourself. You are nobility amongst adventurers. You have taken your first steps on a new path, and you have earned the right to bear this, the soul of the paladin. Upon its surface are carved the deeds of paladins of eras past. He who bears it commands the respect of all knights of honor. Bahamut's Fang, you already possess a crystal? And you say it was given to you by an unknown free paladin? Who told you to hand it to me? Where is this crystal of which you speak? I demand you show it to me at once. Curse him. He has made a mockery of the trial. That crystal you bear is indeed the soul of a paladin, but it is disgraced, impure. It was stolen from the Sultan Sworn. The man who gave you this soul is the very traitor whom I have been seeking these many moons. He is an oathbreaker who bent the knee to Ul'dah Sultanate, who swore allegiance to the Sultan Sworn, but then single-handedly sullied our name, trampled it underfoot until it was lost, perhaps forever. How dare he give counsel on honor, on the paladin way? This soul is polluted and I must dispose of it. When you come to wield your sword as a paladin, the only soul you may wear is that which is bestowed by a captain of the Sultan Sworn. That traitor is no Sultan Sworn, still less a captain. By giving you a soul, he insulted not only the Brotherhood, but you too. Perhaps an adventurer like yourself finds our rules nothing more than a nuisance, but through reigns long and short, our forebears in the Sultan Sworn have preserved its rituals and traditions, and we are duty-bound to uphold them, even if men and women within our own ranks scorn them as relics. It has been my fate to be named captain of the Sultan Sworn in these troubled times, though I did not ask for this honor. I have bent my knee to the Sultana and sworn fealty, and I will fight to restore our honor and name. You wield a skilled blade, and more importantly, you have met the traitor face to face. Your great task as a paladin will be to help me bring him to justice. You must ready yourself, marshal your resources, and hone your skills until the time comes when you are able to discharge your duty. The journey will be long, but you are a paladin now, and honor binds you as surely as an oath. What a bee, bitch! Hi, Rain. I fight to earn the honor of giving the Sultana uppies. Cynthric, I had a question for you. Now, what are your days off? Like, I know we've had this conversation, but like, are they pretty consistent, or do they kind of like vary from week to week? You have earned the right to call yourself a paladin, but how do others treat you? Do you recognize you for what you are? Remember that fancy swordplay and well-polished armor do not make you a paladin. You must be just in your heart and strive always to be an exemplar of true virtue. Once, not so long ago, the Sultan Sworn could walk the streets with their heads held high. When they marched by, the small folk would look upon them with reverence and gratitude, and no one was more respected than the captain, my predecessor. When I first saw him, I was still a child. My father had promised to take me to a local festival, but somewhere he took a wrong turn. We became lost and stumbled into a secluded back alley. Luck was not with us, because the next moment we found ourselves in the middle of a riot. Drunken hunters were firing arrows into the crowd, and we were caught between them. There was no way out. It was only a matter of time before we would be struck. That's when the captain saved us from our plight. I'd never seen a sword move so swiftly. It flashed faster than my eyes could follow, and in seconds the hunters were on the ground fleeing for their lives. The captain was gone down the street, slicing at their heels before my father had time to thank him. Even today I can see the captain as he was then, blood on his sword, armor impossibly bright in the sun. And after that, all I ever wanted to be was a paladin. I would practice endlessly with my sword, dreaming of bandits defeated and monsters slain. Even after I became one of the Sultan Sworn, the memory of the captain still inspired me. I was always the first to arrive in the training yard and the last to leave. And so the years passed, and before I knew it, I found myself named captain of the Sultan Sworn. Yet the triumph was hollow, because by then the honor of the Sultan Sworn elite, that very thing that had drawn me to the Brotherhood, was a mere vestige, like the discarded banner of a defeated foe. There were many reasons for the fall, but the loss of Oathkeeper, yes, that was the mortal blow. The sword Oathkeeper was bestowed upon the first captain of the Sultan Sworn by the then Sultan of Ul'dah. In time, it became our standard, the symbol of the oaths we had sworn, and it was treasured by each new captain for generations. Possession was proof of Sultan Sworn command. But then the unthinkable came to pass. Oathkeeper was stolen by the traitor. It shook our brotherhood to the core. How can we be trusted to protect the Sultana if we cannot even hold on to the symbol of our fealty? We have been tarnished in the eyes of ruler and ruled alike. If the Sultan Sworn are to survive, we must find the traitor and recover Oathkeeper. But the Sultan Sworn have grown too weak, and we cannot do it ourselves. We've been forced to recruit outsiders to help us in our cause. I have high hopes for you, my friend. It is a great thing that we ask, and you must learn more of our secrets if you are to succeed. In Outer Lenosa, near the Hermit's Hovel, is a grove where ringtails congregate. Pitting yourself against a host of the beasts would be a fine way to hone the skills that I will teach you. In the grove you will find another brazier, this time filled with a potent incense that will drive the creatures into a frenzy. Defeat your attackers and return to me. I don't know anything, right? At the moment it'd be Mondays and Thursdays. I'd be full-time now, so they'd be more consistent than they used to be. I would practice endlessly with my sword. In bed. with the captain. God damn it, Cindric, why? Who hurt you? Who hurt you to have all these screwed up headcanons? He taught me his secret technique, the helicopter. Gentleman talks too much. That's fucked up, but funny. Cause like my streamer anniversary is coming up here soon, so I was thinking about maybe checking out the Silent Hill games as like a little anniversary thing. But I know you very much want to be there, part of it, so I wanted to see like what your days off were. I imagine it looked like that one scene from the Punny poem. Pommy. Well done. You have taken the skills I taught you and made them your own. I still do not have word of where the traitor is hiding, but I will inform you the moment I do. Until then, continue your training. Welcome, Paladin. You should know that word of your deeds has reached me. Few are those who follow the true Paladin path without misstep, but you are one of them. I am proud to call you brother. You have kept the faith, and in return I must have faith in you. It is time that you knew the truth. Though it is hard to share, for it is a shame I would rather keep hidden from outsiders. Perhaps you remember when I told you of the traitor and the sword Oathkeeper that he stole. His name is Ul'dah, and he was my predecessor as captain of the Sultan's Sworn Elite. Yes, he was the same man whom I had admired as a child, who inspired me to take up the sword and follow the way of the Paladin. He was the paragon of paladins, until, that is, he changed. Some years ago now, there was a struggle for influence between the Sultanate military and a faction within the syndicate known as the Monetarists. The latter emerged triumphant and the army's authority was diminished dramatically. Although Ul'dah was still captain of the Sultan's Sworn Elite, he knew his position was perilous, so he fled, taking Oathkeeper with him. In doing so, he went against the words that he had spoken on bended knee before his royal liege. Now it falls to me, as captain, to restore the honor and name of the Sultan Sworn. That means cutting down my former mentor and master. I would do it gladly, for his misdeeds cannot be forgiven. Eventually, I take out back the helicopter technique. Just looks like the Link spin slash, but with his sword. But his death will not lift the stain that mars our name. He must be put on trial in a public court so that everyone knows his crimes. Then and only then can we begin to earn the people's trust again. He served for over 30 years as captain of the Sultan's Sworn Elite, and he is a formidable foe. Few can match his skill with the sword. Even together, you and I will find it difficult to take him alive without mortal harm to one side or the other. You must continue to hone your skills and prepare for the day when we will face him. To complete the next stage of your training, you must do this. Go to the Ugrim River in eastern Thanalan and find the brazier we have placed there. By lighting it, you will draw the ire of Lepidotes, swelling within the waters. Face the creatures in battle and master your new skills. The fight will not be easy, but if you take heart to what you have learned and let the crystal be your guide, you will triumph. We're going to Eastern Thailand again! Alright, quickly BRB. Had to help Papa Strife for a second. Shield lob for the wind. How do you like my skills? Tossing a shield around. I learned it from all those years I spent tossing a salad. Good, you've mastered your new skills and made them your own. But much work remains to be done before you can face the traitor of Solxagal. We are close to finding him, and as our net draws tighter, it grows ever more important that we make ready for the moment when the fish must at last be landed. Alright, 45 part 1. Welcome, friend. I have important news for you. In my search for the traitor, I've been looking through old records and discovered something chilling. I learned how to toss a salad up on a trip to another world when I met someone named Flick. He was very fond of bean salad. God damn it! Around the time the traitor Solxagol was named captain, several famed soldiers of the Sultan's Sworn met with untimely deaths, but strangely our records do not say how they died. I was waiting for Rain to respond. Curious, I begged the favor of an old friend to receive permission to inspect medical records kept by Frondale's frontistery. I discovered that the soldiers died in various ways, some in combat, some suddenly at night in the barracks. But in nearly every case, there were signs that poison had played a role in their demise. Hey, with how much world hopping and crossovers are in 14, it could happen. You even dragged FF14 into this, you sick man. Yes, poison, carefully and visibly administered. The more I read, the more I saw the dark hand of death's embrace at work. Assassins in the pay and service of the monetarist. A society so secretive that few believe it truly exists. But no matter how skilled and devious the assassins, they should not have been able to kill so many of the Sultan's Sword elite without being discovered. Not, that is, without help from within our own ranks. So I asked myself, who had the most to gain from their deaths? One by one, the former captain, his trusted aides, the most capable of the Sultan's Sworn, who might become future commanders, all of them, slain by an invisible hand. And with their deaths, the way was open for Solxagol to become the Sultan's Sword's youngest captain in a century. The monetarists were plotting to kill the best and bravest of the Sultan's Sworn, to purge its ranks of greatness, and enervate it so that it could no longer carry out its duty to serve as sword and shield of the Sultanate. Which begs the question, how did Solxagol remain captain for 30 long years? How did he avoid the poisoner's kiss when men better than him had succumbed? There can only be one explanation. He was the monetarist's cat's paw, the turncloak in our midst. And you need to start putting stuffs on your stream wish list. I wanted to get you something around Christmas time, but couldn't figure out what to give because you have no Steam wish list. Well, I had a couple of things on there, but I ended up buying them myself. And one of them I can't even access because I can't frickin' remember what my Ubisoft login was to play Uno. Needless to say, I am more determined to track him down than ever before. While I continue my investigation, I have a trial for you. I want you to seek the Gallat armor, the legendary armaments worn by generations of the finest soldiers of the Sultan's Sworn. Oh, that was directed at Rain. Ah! Yeah, I also tend to purchase my stuff. In accordance with Sultan Sword tradition, the set that would be yours has been scattered across southern Thanalan. Each piece has been locked within a coffer, which will be guarded by 2 men. You must best the Sultan Sword themselves if you are to claim their armor. You know, I did see something that I wouldn't mind, like if you wanted to get me something again, Synthric. And it's kind of cheap. I just don't know if I need like a particular version. But I saw something today that kind of intrigued me. A Final Fantasy VII randomizer. I already have plans for you, Strife. Don't say it like that. Don't say it like that. Yeah, no, I had a little free time at work today, so I was browsing around on YouTube, and I saw, like, a YouTube short of Final Fantasy VII randomizer is like watching or playing a horror movie. And it shows him doing Mount Nibel climb, and he takes the tube down to where you fight Materia Keeper for story progression. And I guess he had, like, boss randomizer. So as soon as he, like, touches the boss and starts the battle, he finds himself confronting Emerald Weapon. And it's like, and it's a fight that he has to do because it's story driven. Oh Lord. It's so great though. Just like you could see this, you could like see him visibly shaken by like all of a sudden he's in a confrontation with the Emerald Weapon, and it's just at that point in the game, and it's like, oh no. Oh Lord is right. I wouldn't mind streaming that for the insanity. But I don't know if like I can use like a Steam version, or if I need to use like a specific emulator or something. I don't even 100% know what randomizer it was. It just showed up on my YouTube feed and it got me really curious. There's no amount of lube that can save me from this. Again, Cynthia, when you say you have plans for me, it terrifies me because you're not right in the head, my friend. I mean that with all the love in the world that I can possibly muster, but you're not right in the head, my friend. Your head cannons are proof enough of that. Back to Ul'dah, I must go. I'm perfectly right in the head. Mostly. See, this is where I say something screwed up. Rain, do you agree with that assessment? Centric the person is fine. His mind, that's up for debate. Good, the armor is yours. You have learned your lessons well and honed your skills, and now you are ready to face Solxagol the traitor. Yes, the time has come. I have discovered his hiding place and made contact through emissaries. We are negotiating the return of Oathkeeper. Secrecy is crucial, as is preparation. We will leave only when you are ready. 45 Part 2. The recovery of Oathkeeper will be the first step in restoring the honor of the Sultan Sworn. I have told Solxagol that if he returns the sword, we will give him a fair trial. Otherwise, he shall be captured and thrown at the feet of the Sultana for judgment. The parley is to take place south of Forgotten Springs in Sigoli Desert. Give me your map, I will mark the location. While I believe he is acting alone, we must be prepared for anything. You may be certain that the Monotaris will not take kindly to his surrender. In fact, I believe that should the Monotaris discover Solxagol was willing to parley, they will surely try to intervene. Therefore, you must not speak of what we do, not to anyone. We should travel separately, so as not to attract attention. We shall meet again at the parley. Parley, 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 parley. Parley, parley. Give it in, give it in. What do we have? So you dared to come. You are a brazen one, I will grant you that. But did you really think I wouldn't find out? Come, confess. My allies within the Sultan Sworn have told me the truth. I know you were working in league with the traitor and the Monetarists. Confess, with your dying breath, you will tell me where I can find Oathkeeper and the traitor who stole it. Huh? Do you dare accuse my own Sultan Sworn of lying? We are comrades in arms, every one of us, bound in brotherhood by our oath. I would trust them with my life. What is your word when set against theirs? We know the meaning of honor. You are a naive fool. I suspected you from the beginning, ever since you showed me the soul of the Paladin that the traitor Silksagol gave you. You were, no matter how briefly, a Paladin, and as such you are bound by a code of honor that is as unforgiving as it is noble. Traitor, I sentence you to death and decree that your body shall lie here and feed the crows. Gentlemen, you really don't want to do this. You really don't. Confess, damn you! Confess! Confess, armor! My body was not ready for that confession. I'm going to pretend I didn't read that Lala Paladin's name as Sultan Sworn Squirrel. You cannot do this. I am the greater swordsman, your superior in every way. You were blinded, Genlins, by your own conviction. Genlins, remember your own lesson. A paladin does not exist to defend his position or the honor of his fellow Sultan Sworn. Those men were assassins in service to the monetarists. The moment you outlived your usefulness, you were to be killed. You and this free paladin of yours. Liar, you are their agent. You betrayed us for them. You were always naive, Genlins. Too willing to trust your fellow man. It's one of your virtues, but you have a deplorable habit of turning your virtues into vices. Think, the information you uncovered, how did you come by it? Did it fall into your lap as if, oh, I don't know, someone was feeding it to you for their own purposes? You and the paladins under your command are the monetarist lapdogs. Genlins, you've been led a merry dance and followed their lead at every step. Then you were never a traitor? You were innocent? I have wronged you? Okay, maybe I didn't have to smack him that hard. Easy now, your wounds aren't mortal, but you still need rest. I'll take care of the captain. He's had worse, and we'll have him back on his feet soon enough. You've become a fine warrior and learned all there is to know about the way of the paladin. I think perhaps that you are not aware just how much you've grown. Well, 'tis time you were made aware, paladin. When the captain's recovered, keep an eye on him for me, will you? He needs someone like you to watch his back. Back to Ul'dah I must go. His final words before passing were, oh, I have a new peg for your wiki feet. That's fucked up. Paladin, I have done you a great wrong. I allowed myself to be hoodwinked accused you of treason, and even turned my sword against you. I hope that you can find it in your heart to forgive me. As for me, yes, I am recovered from my wounds, at least those that will heal. But far more important than that, Solxagol is innocent after all. He was never a traitor, and the dream that I followed in my youth was not a lie. I remain captain of the elite, although a poor substitute for my predecessor. I am now working on a plan to strike back at the Monoterrors and restore the Sultan Swarm to its former strength. No, do not be afraid for me. We've unmasked the foe, and he cannot hide behind his deceptions anymore. The assassins won't find it easy to reach me. For now, I will bide my time, marshal my strength, and when the time is ripe, strike hard at our enemies. Well, what better time than right now? Welcome, Paladin. I had hoped to see you before I left. You remained a true friend, even after the wrongs I did to you, and I owe you my trust, so I will tell you everything I have learned. After our encounter in the hills, I spent some time in the care of Solxagol, recovering from my wounds. As I convalesced, he gave me the true account of what happened these last few years of his solitary war against the Monoterrors. After he went into hiding, he tried to get word to me about what was happening, but I was surrounded by agents in the pay of the Monoterrors who kept me isolated and ignorant. They planted the lie that Solxagol was a traitor and tricked me into tracking him down. I was their puppet, twitching obediently at the end of the strings they pulled. But when I discovered that Death's Embrace had been behind the demise of my brothers and sisters, they panicked, especially when they found out I had shared the information with you. They set a trap for us and baited it with the promise of a parley with Solxagol. Solxagol was no traitor, as I should well have known, but I allowed myself to be deceived by the whispers of murmurs and flatterers, and no, that was not the way of it. It was not their lies that made me blind, but my desire, my obsession to restore our honor. For the Sultan Sworn and all paladins who have bent the knee to a higher cause, honor is a means to an end, not the end itself. I lost sight of that, and in so doing, I lost sight of my true duty. Solxagol understood what was happening, and that is why he gave you the soul of the paladin. It was a remonstration, a message. Look how adventurers live, he was telling me. Where does their honor, their authority come from? I owe my position to the machinations of the Monoterrors. They calculated that a young captain, eager to prove his loyalty, bound by unquestioning fealty, would be all the easier to control. They were right. I am a sham and a fake, but the world does not know that, and even the illusion of power is a power of sorts. I can use it to fight back. I will tell my subordinates that I'm fleeing to Snowcloak and Curtis. When the Monoterrors hear of this, as they surely will, they will send assassins after me again. But when they show their hand, I will stand my ground and fight back. I realize you may wish to offer your assistance, however, I cannot in good conscience put you in harm's way anymore. You too have become a target of the Cabal's assassins. The odds will be against me, that much is certain, but Solxagol has taught me much, and if I am brave and vigilant, I know I can triumph. I am sorry you have been caught up in our own political struggles, but now, as a paladin, it is time you traveled your own path. Oh yeah, Solxagol wished to have a word with you as well. You will find him in central Thalaran. Allow me to mark the location on your map. I really hate to feed into this, but now I feel like it's the proper time to sit there and be like, yeah, Solxagol wanted to have a word with you. Go talk to Solxagol. You would make sure he deletes those feet pics. WikiFeeds has been going through a time. Thank you for coming, Strife. We haven't much time, so I will be blunt. Genlins will die if he faces death's embrace alone. I know what I must do, and I suspect you do as well. If you are the man I believe you to be, then we shall meet again soon. This was the... Paladin, I think, was the first one to actually broach outside of Ul'dah, Gridania, and Lenosha. For its... No, Monk did with Mordona. A little over 2 hours, not too bad. We're getting close to the end for this stream, so... You as well? I told you to go to ground. This isn't your fight. First Solxagol, now you? Are you both so eager to die? You forget that we are paladins. Wheresoever our duty leads us, we go, and we do so of our own free will. To abide by one's own sense of justice is to embrace the Paladin's creed. Sworn or unsworn, we are Paladins true, and the only true oath we swear is the one we swear to ourselves. Now come, let us stand shoulder to shoulder and show the Blackhearts that the metal of our souls and the steel of our swords. Surely the Monoterrors would go to greater lengths than this. The Void Scent were called forth by a mage who I suspect is observing us as we speak. Go out and search for anything unusual, but tread lightly. This could very well be a trap. Glowing grimoire. What sorcery is this? Likely the work of our mage. pulses with a queer light. You had hoped to finish this quickly, you say? Bye-bye. You've done well. You never flinched from your duty. You followed the path you knew you had to take, and you showed us what it means to be a paladin. And you even managed to prise the scales from Jenlin's eyes while you were at it. It's been an honor to know you and watch you grow. In any case, today's battle should blunt the monetarist's dagger, at least for a while. They'll think twice before sending assassins after the Sultan's Sworn again. I trust you'll see to this mess, Genlins? Yes, sir. Captain. Please, sir, return to the capital. Take up your command again. The burden, it is too much for the likes of me. The monetarist may have stolen Oathkeeper, but oaths are not forged in steel. They are sworn in the heart. You never betrayed your oaths, Genlins, and as for your leadership, well, ask this paladin if he learned anything from you. No matter what the circumstances, once a man has left the Sultan's Sworn, he cannot return. No, I followed my own path, and on it I will stay. I have followed you since the day I vowed to join the ranks of the Sultan's Sworn. Has the time come for me to stop following and begin to lead? You just Dante'd me again. Thank you for coming. Once again, you have placed me in your debt. See me in the city when you return. I will have something for you. Please don't tell me it's a link to the wiki feats you started. God, I'm just endorsing the frickin' headcanon, aren't I? I'm sorry, Rain. Shaking my head. The headcanon-ish per cinema. Welcome, Paladin. These have been troubled times for the Sultan's Sworn, and you have served us loyally. You did what was just, followed the Paladin way, and defended the weak and needy. You are a true Oathkeeper. Honor and right were yours from the very beginning, and this is what made you strong enough to defeat me. The sword Oathkeeper has yet to be found, but I have come to realize that I do not need it. Nay, not to lead the Sultan Sworn, nor to restore our good name. The oaths we keep are in our hearts, not in hallowed blades. Solxagol has left to wander the nations of Eorzea. He is a man of honor, and unless I am very much mistaken, he will continue to look for the sword that was gifted by our rulers centuries ago. I shall continue to serve Ul'dah as one of the Sultan Sworn. You shall defend the people of Eorzea as a free paladin. Our paths diverge now, but we shall forever be bound by the oaths we keep in our hearts. But listen to me. Noble words aren't much good to an adventurer who has to face monsters and menaces out in the real world. Fortunately, I have something that will serve you rather better. This sacred armor has been kept within the Sultan's Sword for many generations. It was given only to those Sultansworn who had, through feats of arms and deeds of great courage, earned the privilege to wear it. Something tells me that, for the first time since it left the armorer's forge, this armor should go to someone who is not of the Sultansworn. If I'm allowed myself to be a slave to tradition, the paladin who deserves it the most would never wear it. Now, wouldn't that be a waste of a fine plate? Just one thing, if anyone asks where you got it, you mustn't say it was me. Hallowed ground. And that concludes the Paladin quest for A Realm Reborn. So, yep. So that basically does it now. Like I said, I'm going to try and be back tomorrow to begin the Gridania hunting. Since I'm doing these episodically, since they can take forever in a day. So I'll be back tomorrow. I'm probably just going to, my OCD, I'm just probably going to go down my class list. So I worked down one way, now I'll start at the top, work down again. So tomorrow we hopefully will be covering the Bard storyline, the Archer Bard. Friday, hopefully Chrono Trigger. If not, I may attempt to do something, as Friday is my actual anniversary. But since it falls on a day that I work and goes into another day that I work, I'm thinking maybe I'll try and do something special Sunday, the day after Twinkle can kind of be there. I was thinking about checking out the Silent Hill games that you got me as a late Christmas/birthday gift. So, otherwise Saturday will probably be, like I said, Archer Dragoon, or Lancer Dragoon. Sunday I might try and work in Conjurer White Mage, and then maybe I'll slightly break it up and do Manderville on Monday, and then cover Limsa on Tuesday. Break them down episodically. This way I can feel that I've completely done as much as possible for ARR before Zell and I begin our revisitation of Heavensward. So, anyway, that'll do it for me. I don't know if anybody is really going right now. Cover Limsa in his Strife goo. You're a sick man, dude. The headcanons are getting a little out there, since, like, even for you, I'm starting to question whether or not you need help. let's see. What is...
I caught up. So,
No. Alright, I'm not sure what Brooby Dooby Doo is doing. Oh, she's doing the Monster Hunter quest and some MSQ and chill for Final Fantasy XIV post finishing. I guess she finished Resident Evil Village finally, so we're gonna raid Brew. I may be going stir crazy for not being able to stream. You think? So we're gonna raid Brew. Haven't raided her in a while. I hope I spelled that right. Yep. So we'll say hi to her, share some love, give her some sunglasses for the Eclipse viewing party. So, and I will see you guys tomorrow for the next part of Gridania job hunting Archer Bard. Bye bye, everybody.
Yeah, alright, fine. Alright.
Alright, we're
Oh, yeah,
good.
you
No,
guys-
it's not your if you
die,
die, it is a when you die.